Okay, buongiorno guys. It is currently 9 a.m. I need to go buy a ticket for Salina, have some breakfast, and then go explore the island. Okay, I'm officially going to Salina. That was actually a lot easier than I thought it was going to be, like a really smooth process. But now I'm just going to go eat some breakfast, and then I need to make my way down there by 9:45. So I've got like close to an hour and a half to kill. Okay, we have a brioche con crema, caffè, bicchiere d'acqua. So I just called my mum. I got a pistachio, a mandola, which is almond granita. I'm currently at the pier, so I'm just waiting for my boat. We're on the boat. Let's go. Gotta come stacked with the euros. Let's go. Not making the same mistake of only having a 50 and then having to use it on a single Uber. Learned.
Sulla sinistra vediamo il casino.
Yeah, I think we stopped for a swim. I didn't plan on swimming, but stuff it, bro. I got it. Just swam, legit jumped straight off there.
Una grande poltrona, la seduta, poi abbiamo i due braccioli e dietro il Monte dei Porri e lo schienale.
Hey, here is Salina. We're at Santa Maria, like the port. Something terribly wrong has happened. So I get off the boat and the guy says come back at 1:15, and I was like 1:15 because it's like 12:20 right now. I was like 1:15. I got told to come back at like 5:30 or something like that. He goes, nah, because we're gonna go to Liguria or something like that, go visit another island, blah blah blah. And I was like, oh no, like I'm visiting family. Like I'm not really, but like bro, I'm trying to spend the whole day here. Like, are you guys coming back at 5:20? He's like, nah bro. And I was like, damn, because the guy at the place where I bought the ticket told me that they were. But it's all right because there's another boat, the boat that I caught from Palermo to Lipari, Liberty Lines. They go straight from Salina to Lipari. Worst comes to worst, maybe I can book a hotel here, or I'm just gonna have to like pull in over an all-nighter and wait for the morning or something. I don't know, but hopefully all is well, because I don't know how much time I want to spend here. I'm going to spend here. The only reason 5:30 worked is because, well, I want to go visit the cemetery and drop off flowers to my Nonna's parents, and then just have a little look around, have a walk around. I want to spend at least like 2-3 hours here, like minimum. So yeah, we'll see what we can do. Okay. Wait, the weirdest thing just happened to me. So I go to Liberty Lines and I'm like, is it possible for me to get a boat back to Lipari tonight? Like, what are we looking like? And it's really easy, like no problem whatsoever. And then I also asked him, how do I get to the cemetery? And then he like wasn't understanding. So I pulled up a photo of my Nonna's father. Yeah, my Nonna's father's grave, and he goes, Marino Argentaro. He's like, you want to visit Marino Argentaro? I was like, yes. He's like, this is my grandfather. I was like, what? I was like, bro, that's my great-grandfather. I was like, what the hell? He's like, you are coming from Australia. I was like, yes, what the hell? So his mum is my Nonna's sister. How crazy is that? Bro, just the guy that serves me at the fucking ticket office. What the hell? Allora, che succede al cimitero?
Capofaro non c'è più.
Non c'è più perché?
No, perché hanno tolto.
Hanno tolto?
Sì, non c'è. Ora non so se nella chiesa troverai qualcosa, ma mi sembra impossibile. Forse il cimitero a Malfa, ma non so.
Ah, cavolo.
Un casino, capito?
Un casino? Sì.
Come dirti? Problema.
Problema? Sì.
Trovare, sì.
Ah, sì.
Aspettate che chiedo. Gianfranco, un'informazione. Ma un cimitero capo non c'è più, vero?
Tour guide, information guy. Okay, so as we were driving, we saw a like the local tour guide pulled over, start talking to him. Turns out it was my Nonna's first cousin. Crazy. So when we put up the photo and showed him like my great grandfather's gravestone, he goes, "That's my uncle." So how is it like? Out of the first 3 people I've spoken to, I'm related to 2 of them, which is just insane. But now we're driving to Capovaro and we're gonna see like the cemetery. But my Nonna's first cousin said you have to be very careful because it's an old church and it's falling apart. So apparently, as soon as I walk in, on the right, like straight away, is my Nonna's mum, and then I don't know where my Nonna's dad will be, but apparently I'm gonna be very, very careful. This is gonna be like a Indiana Jones mission. Okay guys, I'm here. This is the church where my bis nonni, which is my great grandparents, are buried. Everybody is telling me to be careful and that it's closed. You can go in there, but you need to be very careful. So here goes nothing. Let's do a quick prayer that I do not die when going in here. Oh my days. Yeah, I don't know if you can go in here, bro. Bro, like honestly, I wouldn't even be that scared, but because everyone's saying like be careful, it's making me even more scared, bro. Oh man. Alright, let's get a quick prayer in, guys. Look, I'm gonna be so honest. I reckon, how the fuck do you... Oh wait, that's easily, you can easily take this off. But I'm so scared I'm gonna open the door and just a freaking brick is gonna collapse. Okay, ragazzi, andiamo. What if there's like rats and shit in here too? What if when I open the door, something runs out? Ciao. Anybody in there? There's so many dead people buried in here. There's probably ghosts in here, man. This Nonna. Stai in qui. Oh, how am I gonna get this off? Bro, this is so scary. I'll be so honest. Oh, I actually don't know if I can get this off. Oh. Okay. I got the lock off, which was one of the worst locks ever. Okay, my heart is racing. Oh, honestly, it doesn't even look that dangerous in here. Please open. Oh, there's a rock behind the door. Oh! That's my Nonna's, mum. Oh, that's them. Yes, they're right at the front door. Let's go. Yo, selfie with the bis Nonna. Oh, so I didn't even need to go in all the way because realistically, I'm not going down there. Stop that. Ciao, bis nonni. Come stai? Oh, maybe I got up close for a photo of the actual thing. Okay, guys, I'm going in. Il padre di mia nonna e la mamma di mia nonna. Okay, I made it in, guys. Oh, I'm actually scared to talk in case the roof falls in. Wait, some of these graves have been moved. Look at that. I feel that's not the smartest of me to film other people's graves. Like, gotta stay respectful. I gotta close these doors back up. But that's actually insane. I traveled all the way across the world to visit my great-grandparents in a church that's falling apart. Absolutely insane. But let me explore where my Nonna grew up. Okay, and just so I have it on video, this is me closing the doors back up. The door is shut. Goodbye, great-grandparents. Rest in peace. Okay, now I'm walking down to where my Nonna thinks she grew up. I think they've turned it into like a hotel or something now, and it's an 11-minute walk from where I am now. But once I visit that, I don't know if there's much more for me to do here because have a look around. We got, I don't even know what that is. but there's nothing really too crazy going on over here. Legit, how crazy is that though? So the first person I speak to here turns out to be my dad's first cousin, and like I show him the gravestone of my great grandfather and he goes, bro, that's my grandfather. And then the first like tour guide old person, cause I then got a taxi, and then the taxi cause like somebody else said that the cemetery is not there anymore because my cousin, well, he is my cousin. My cousin said, look, it's closed. You can go there, but like, just, I don't even know what he said. He said, just be careful or something. He said, like, he just did this. I thought there was going to be security or something and I was going to have to trespass. But no, what he was meant to say is like, it's closed because it's falling apart. Like, nobody goes there anymore. So then, yeah, get in the taxi. The taxi driver says, he's like, oh, there's an older bloke here. He's like the local tour guide. Let me ask him. And then he like says to me, he's like, oh, show him the photo of your grandfather or whatever. I show him the photo. He's like, bro, that's my uncle. I was like, what? And then turns out that's my Nonna's first cousin. Like, I wonder how many more relatives I can bump into here because I don't have contact with any of them. My Nonna's first cousin, he asked me, when do I leave? So, I wasn't sure if he was going to be like, oh yeah, come to our house tonight or like something like that. But I said, nah, I'm not staying here. Like, I'm staying in Lipari. So it would have been really cool to like meet relatives or something, but oh well. I bumped into them for a reason, so that's pretty mind-blowing. I wonder if my Nonna grew up in something that looks like that. But apparently where she did live and got turned into a hotel is just down there. Might be what it got turned into. I might be in the right spot because I was told, oh my days, what is that? What is that thing? Bro, what the hell is that? That looks terrifying. I'm not getting close to that at all. But anyways, apparently this lighthouse is a good sign, I think. Here's a better view of the lighthouse. There we go. So maybe she lived in a house like that. Maybe like this one over here. I don't know. But yeah. Hotel where they reckon her house used to be. So honestly, this could have been the house. Genuinely could have been. But this is now the hotel, which my Nonna reckons they built over what was her house. Maybe they turned her house into a hotel because this doesn't look, I mean, it looks somewhat new. But yeah, here we go. That's that. Oh, this is the hotel. My bad. That is probably somebody's house. Oh, can't come in. Okay, that last house that I was showing, literally as I was standing in the driveway, locals pulled up. You might be able to still see them in the background, or you can. And I was like, stuff it, bro. Let me just speak to them. So I like said hi, and then I was like, I had to use my broken Italian. I was like, oh, like, have you guys always lived here? They're like, yeah. And I was like, do you guys know the last name Argentaro? And they're like, yes, you know. And I was like, oh, because that's my Nonna's last name. Like, she reckons her house used to be here. And then the guy was standing on business. He's like, nah, bro, his house has always been here. And I was like, oh, nah, she reckons it was probably where the hotel is, but like they built a hotel over it. And he's like, maybe. Like, he was not keen for a conversation at all. And then anyways, it's like, he was telling me, you need to go to the church, bro, that's where they are. And I was like, nah, I just came from there. Obviously he wasn't speaking how I'm speaking, but that's pretty much how the conversation went. And then it was so awkward. I was like, because I ran out of things to say, and I was just like, all right, anyways, bye. And yeah, he was happy I was going. Okay, this is not good. I'm kind of stuck here. Not really. It's a 50-minute walk back to like the port and like the main area, but because I'm lazy, I tried calling the taxi. No reception. So I might have to do that 50-minute walk, which at the end of the day, it's not too bad. But look, if I can avoid it, I will. Because if there's anything I've learned this trip, it's in Australia, we are so privileged. But you know the craziest thing is, it's only 2Ks. And like, 2Ks doesn't take 50 minutes, yeah? Like, I can run that in 10 minutes. But it's because look at the terrain, bro. Like, no wonder 2K. He's like, and the video does not do it justice, but bro, that is legit. Like, that's Mount Everest. Like, legit, bro. To be honest, I thought I was gonna spend like a lot of time here, go like a little nice cafe. Bro, nothing's here. Like, we are in the sticks. There's nothing here. I'm currently at the the old church, because that's where the taxi driver dropped me off. But yeah, might have to go do a nice little hike in Salina. Hey, the most privileged Australian tourist is here because my boy Mirko picked up. Even though I don't know how that worked. I don't know how I just made that call. I don't even care if that cost, because turns out it's not 2Ks. I thought it was like 2Ks 50 minutes. That's ridiculous. It's actually 5Ks, and it's like 100 meter uphill, 70 meter downhill. But still, I don't know, Google Maps, like, come on bro, I'm faster than that. Surely I can do 5K walking, especially with the downhill, in less than 50. Would have been a good challenge, but at the same time, I am a privileged Aussie tourist. I planned ahead and saved extra money for moments like this. So there we go, guys. God bless Australia. The privileged Australian strikes again. Got picked up by the taxi. He gave me some, honestly, practiced my Italian, which was great. Gave me some food recommendations. And now I'm just walking down the streets of Salina. Something about Sicily is there's pine cones everywhere. I love the pine cones. There's pine cones everywhere. I don't know if you can see any more down there. That art right there, oh wait, right there, I'll zoom in on it. They're called mod, but I don't know, something to do with, I think that's something to do with when the Arabs invaded or the Normans invaded. I honestly do not know the history that well. I should ask somebody, but at the same time, Seeps. Alright, here's like a better representation of the mod. I would love to get one for my house, just like as a reminder of my heritage and like Sicily and that, but like, how the hell am I gonna get this all the way across Australia, you know? I might just have to buy one there. Okay, so I got some bread here, and then apparently this is sourced from Salina, like it's traditional or something like that, I don't know. Okay, let's hope my ancestors cooked with this one. Honestly, it's a lot like when you do, I think it's called la scarpetta, is when you like dip your bread in the sauce and like, I don't even know. When you finish your food and you use the bread to absorb the sauce, just exactly like that. Yeah, that's what this is called, and it's just called salsa Salina, and they just make it here. And I got a limonata and more bread. Well, they didn't give me more bread, but they did some fancy to it. Okay, this actually looks bang. Wow. I can't remember the last time I had just pure protein. Incredible. Okay, no bias, but this clears anything I've eaten in Italy so far. No bias, like genuinely amazing. Oh, and I love caramelized onion. That's so fire. I like caramelized onion potatoes. And then this is like so homemade, it's so fire. Unreal. Okay, I don't know if the locals are gonna scream at this, but I got the Salina, salsa Salina thing, making like a little burger. I'm a genius. Catching the boat back to Lipari now. So, I realized I think I got scammed. Not really scammed, but like this morning I paid 40 euros to go to and from Lipari to Salina and back. 40 euros for that. I just paid 8 euros to go from Salina to Lipari, and it was only a 20-minute ride. This morning it took me like an hour and a half on that tiny ass boat. I didn't like get sick or anything like that, but I like almost had seasickness. So like obviously on the boat just then, I downloaded a 2-hour long podcast and I was like, oh Lord, like here we go, you know, another journey back, whatever. Bro, 20 minutes and we're here. I was like, huh? It only cost me $8? Huh? Like what? How? Now that I'm back, I'm going to freshen up. The UFC starts at 5. Very excited to just kick back, watch the UFC tonight. Maybe go have a nice dinner, stay up late watching the UFC again, ruining my sleeping schedule. I want to buy some souvenirs and stuff tomorrow. I don't have to leave Lipari until the 29th, and it's the 26th today. No, the 28th. So tomorrow is just another free day and chilling. Also, there's a cat rescue near my hotel, so I want to quickly go check that out. Oh, this is the cat rescue, but they're closed right now. What does it say? Cat sanctuary. I can see some of them. There's one right there. Surely there's more. Oh yeah, I can see another one. Okay guys, I came back, showered, kicked it for a bit. The UFC has started, so I've been watching that. I'm about to quickly go get some dinner, so I hope the next couple of fights are decisions, and then I can just watch the UFC in peace. I also want to have a cafe and a tiramisu tonight, so I can stay up late and watch the main event. But yeah, we'll see how it goes. Bread as usual, got the acqua naturale, not a bad view. Che bella Lipari. Oh, we got the bistecca and we got the patate frita and the bread. Got my tiramisu, about to have a cafe. Okay. The tiramisu is fire. I've got a really funny story about the first time I ever had tiramisu. So, I remember my family brought like a family-sized tiramisu. It was kind of just for like me and my sister, and we're just gonna like peck at it, you know, bit by bit. It's supposed to last a while. I remember the very first time I had this tiramisu, I'm not even joking, I ate a whole family-sized one in one whole sitting. I think maybe I had like a quarter of it to just try it when I got home from shops, whatever. Grazie. questa mosca o... Non so cos'è. Ma cos'è questo? But it's a big ass fly flying around. But anyways, I ate a whole family size tiramisu the first ever time I had it. So yeah, che buona.